Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to this new video where we'll explore the cultivation of blueberries, from planting to harvesting, including pruning and maintenance to ensure beautiful bushes with a good yield. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the little bell to stay informed about my new videos. Also, remember to give it a thumbs up to encourage me to continue translating videos from my French channel if you enjoy this type of content. Lastly, leave me a comment to let me know which cultivation guide you'd like to see in the next video or if you have any questions. I'll be happy to respond. Without further ado, let's start the video. Enjoy! 1. Presentation. Blueberries are fruits produced by shrubs ranging from approximately 15.75 to 23.62 inches up to 4.92 feet and more, depending on the species and varieties, growing in acidic soil like many members of the Ericaceae family, such as heathers. Botanically, blueberries belong to the cranberry group. In terms of taste, blueberries, blue with a sweet tendency, are distinguished from cranberries, red with a tart tendency. Flowering occurs in spring and sometimes early summer, with bell-shaped flowers ranging from white to pink or greenish. The fruits are berries whose color at maturity ranges from blue to dark violet, almost black. Production can start in late spring for very early varieties and extend until the end of summer for very late varieties. Blueberries are touted for their antioxidant and neuroprotective properties. Two. Species and varieties. Blueberries are classified into two categories. Low-bush blueberries. The most well-known species in Europe are Vaccinium myrtillus, bilberry in the Vosges, and Vaccinium uliginosum, bog bilberry. These two species are primarily harvested in the wild, as yields in cultivation are relatively low. In America, V. angustifolium is the most famous, but there are many other wild species that are used through hybridization to improve cultivated varieties. This species, its varieties, and hybrids have a significant chilling requirement, 1,000 to 1,200 hours. Note: the chilling requirement corresponds to the number of hours below 7 degrees Celsius or 44.6 degrees Fahrenheit during the winter rest period. High-bush blueberries. This category is itself divided into two subgroups based on the chilling requirement. Chilling requiring bush blueberries, northern highbush, needing 800 to 1,000 chilling hours, cultivars Bluecrop, Darrow, Patriot. These varieties are self-pollinating, but production is improved if two different varieties are planted side by side. Production extends throughout the summer. Low-chill bush blueberries, southern highbush, needing 150 to 800 chilling hours, cultivars Emerald, Jubilee, Sharp Blue. These varieties are self-pollinating, but production is improved if two different varieties are planted side by side. Production spans from mid-May to late June. Rabbit eyes, Vaccinium ashae, originating from the southern USA and Mexico, form the basis for some of the numerous hybrids mentioned earlier. These shrubs have blue-green foliage with white spring blooms, sometimes early, making them susceptible to late frosts. The varieties are self-sterile, necessitating the planting of compatible varieties. Three. Soil exposure. The blueberry bush should be planted in acidic soil, such as heather soil, with a pH between 4.5 and 5.5, moist, and well-drained. Note: it does not tolerate the presence of limestone. In terms of exposure, European species prefer partial shade, while American species prefer a sunny exposure. Four. Planting. Planting ideally takes place from late summer to late fall, before the onset of cold weather. Planting in spring is also possible, but in this case, careful watering during the first year is essential. Space the plants from approximately 1.64 to 6.56 feet, depending on the varieties. Dig a hole about 19.7 to 23.6 inches in all directions and place a layer of gravel or clay balls, approximately 3.94 inches, at the bottom, which will serve as a drainage layer. If your soil is not naturally acidic, replace the excavated soil with a mix of potting soil and heather soil. For large varieties, you can set up a stake. The proper growth of blueberry bushes is attributed to the presence of mycorrhizae in the soil, which will be killed by fertilizers. Container gardening. You will need to use a large pot, at least 75 inches in diameter or width, with drainage holes. Place a layer of gravel or clay balls at the bottom of the pot to improve drainage. For the substrate, use a mix of potting soil and heather soil. You can mulch with dead leaves or pine bark, which will add acidity to your soil and nourish it as it decomposes. However, be sure to keep your substrate moist, especially during hot periods, as heather soil tends to dry out more quickly. Propagation. Propagation can be done through cuttings and layering for large varieties and through division for those with smaller growth. Pruning. The blueberry bush does not necessarily require pruning. However, it is still beneficial to rejuvenate your blueberry bushes by removing, each spring, some of the shoots aged 3 years or older that produce little or no fruit. Take this opportunity to also remove dead branches, poorly placed ones, or those that are touching. Maintenance care. Rooting of the blueberry bush is shallow, and it does not tolerate drought, especially when young. In the ground. Therefore, you will need to water regularly during the first 2 summers. Consider mulching the base of your bushes with dead leaves or pine bark. In a container. Ensure that your substrate remains moist throughout the growing season. You will need to repot approximately every 3 years. In both cases, avoid applying fertilizers, as they tend to kill the mycorrhizae, which are essential for the plant's proper growth. The most common pests and diseases in blueberry bushes are slugs, anthracnose, root rot, and white rot. Harvest storage. Harvesting takes place from late spring to fall, depending on the climate and varieties. Blueberries are ready to be harvested when they are fully and uniformly colored. They can be stored in the refrigerator for a few days, or alternatively, they can be frozen without any issues for later use. This video is now concluded. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel to motivate me to continue translating all the videos from my French channel. Also, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Finally, leave a comment to let me know which cultivation guide you'd like to see in the next video or if you have any questions. I'll respond with pleasure. See you soon for the next video. Goodbye.